The email arrived at 3:07 a.m., a single, cryptic line, "It's done. Don't look for me." David stared at the screen, the fluorescent glow of his office reflecting in his wide, disbelieving eyes. A cold dread, sharp and invasive, began to claw at his gut. It's done. What was done? He tried to call Mark, his partner, his friend of 15 years, but the phone went straight to voicemail. The silence on the other end was deafening, a prelude to a nightmare. Hours later, the truth began to unravel, each discovery a fresh stab. The company's primary accounts, the operational funds, the emergency reserves, all systematically emptied. Wire transfers, carefully disguised, led to shell corporations in distant tax havens. Mark, the man David trusted with everything, had been meticulously draining their lifeblood for months, perhaps even years. The betrayal was a physical blow, leaving him gasping for air amidst the ruins of their shared dream. David plunged into a solitary investigation, fueled by a corrosive mix of anger and bewilderment. He sifted through old emails, archived files, and obscure ledger entries. Each late night, solitary session in the darkened office was a descent into Mark's calculated deceit, uncovering layers of manipulation David had been too blind, or too trusting, to see. The man he thought he knew was a ghost, a carefully constructed illusion. The discovery of a forgotten hard drive, tucked away in Mark's old desk drawer, was a flicker of hope in the deepening gloom. It contained encrypted files, a digital breadcrumb trail Mark had perhaps overlooked or deemed irrelevant. David's heart pounded, a frantic drum against his ribs. This wasn't just about money anymore, it was about reclaiming his sanity, his belief in decency, from the wreckage of Mark's treachery. The encryption was complex, a digital fortress designed to protect Mark's secrets. Days blurred into nights as David, with the help of an old contact, painstakingly chipped away at the code. Each broken firewall, each decrypted folder, revealed more of Mark's intricate web of deceit, confirming his ruthlessness. The data pointed to a secluded island nation, a haven for the ill-gotten and the vanished. David arrived on the remote island, a place of stark beauty that belied its darker purpose. He moved like a shadow, guided by the fragmented digital map he'd pieced together. The air was thick with humidity and the scent of salt, but all David could taste was the bitter tang of vengeance. He knew Mark was here, hidden amongst the anonymous faces, living a lavish life built on their stolen future. He spotted Mark in a bustling market, a relaxed smile on his face, haggling over exotic fruits. The sight ignited a searing rage in David's chest, a furnace of betrayal. Mark, oblivious, looked vibrant, unburdened by guilt. David watched from a distance, the impulse to confront him overwhelming, yet he held back. This wasn't about a shouted accusation, it was about dismantling Mark's new world, just as Mark had dismantled his. David didn't approach. Instead, he systematically began to expose Mark's new identity and the illicit origins of his wealth to the local authorities and international financial watchdogs. He used Mark's own encrypted files, now his greatest weapon, against him. Each anonymous tip, each leaked document, was a carefully placed brick in Mark's new prison. He watched the net tighten, unseen, unheard. The raid came swiftly, a whirlwind of sirens and official vehicles. From a hidden vantage point, David watched as Mark, pale and disheveled, was led away in handcuffs. Their eyes met across the chaotic scene for a fleeting moment. Mark's expression contorted from confusion to dawning horror, then finally, to a chilling recognition. David offered no emotion, only a cold, silent satisfaction. David returned to his company, a shell of its former self, but now cleared of Mark's poison. The road to rebuilding would be long, arduous, and filled with doubt. Yet, as he sat in his office, the first rays of dawn painting the city outside in soft gold, a sense of grim peace settled over him. The accounts were still empty, but the scales of justice, finally, had been balanced. His company, his integrity, would rise again.